Alright, here's a little continuation of my backyard fruit trees and vegetables and peppers and whatnot. I just want to start off here. This is our original peach tree. Not sure what kind of peach it is, it was here when we bought the house. And I always have a problem with birds here usually getting to them before they get big enough or get ripe enough. But this past year we actually got a pretty nice harvest, and we've been here at this house almost 20 years already, so I'm not sure how much longer it's going to be producing. But I do not think it was a grafted peach tree either, because see right here, this is a product of the birds eating the peach tree and it growing a whole nother plant right here, or tree rather. And yeah, this one has produced peaches already, and very quickly. Peaches, from what I've read, usually take 5 to 7 years to start showing fruit. This one's only a couple years old and it already had fruits the same size as the mother tree. And for some reason this spot tends to be a good place for them to grow. It gets pretty hot here in South Texas, but this is the second peach tree that's popped up here. There was another one here before, along with the mulberry tree that my father took and transplanted, and I'll show them to you here in a bit. They're here in the backyard as well. But yeah, these are the two peach trees. And I'll show you next year when they produce again, hopefully. Alright. Over here, got a little rosemary. I'm not sure the exact variety. It just says rosemary, but it's pretty good. It does well here in the heat. So all the leaves look healthy, and use it from time to time for seasonings. This is that other banana pepper, the same seeds from the one in the front. As you can see, it looks completely different, but I'm not sure if it's because, once again, this was in a pot in my old apartment when I was living in another city, and I was able to take care of it there in the pot, but it never really produced very big peppers. So I transplanted to another bigger pot when I got here to my family's home, and started producing, a little spider web here, started producing more peppers, a lot more actually, bigger ones. See here, this is the hot banana pepper again. So yeah, I'm hoping these will get a little bigger. I put a little compost in here. Gonna overwinter this one as well, all the ones that are in the pots basically. And yeah, it's pretty good. Hasn't died yet, and the leaves look healthy, other than the occasional bit leaves from whatever the hell comes and bites them around here. Alright, in here I got some brandywine, red brandywine tomatoes. I haven't had these before, but I grew tomatoes in another type of tomato in the same spot before, so they seem to like it here. I'm gonna try to overwinter these as well. Probably won't have to start taking them in until late November. So still got a good another month maybe of growth. Over here we got some Alaskan peas. Trying to have them trellis up the gate here, but we'll see how long they last due to the winter coming. But you can hope to get at least a harvest or two. Here we got a cucumber. I'm not sure what variety it is. Looks like something's been eating the leaves here. And once again, I know it's late in the season, but just threw some seeds down and see what spots work well for what. Especially since there's a gate here that they can trellis that used to be covered with a bunch of buffalo grass here before. And the school workers, I guess, from over here came and chopped it all down, so that works out for me pretty well. Especially since they hadn't been established yet as a vine. Need a little water here. It's starting to get hot. It's about 10:30 in the morning, so I'm about to water all these here soon. That's why they look a little wilted, but they're pretty healthy. They're doing good. This is more cucumbers right here, the same variety as that one, just a little further behind. Right here we got the Cherokee wax bean. Never grown this before. Heard they're nitrogen fixing, so maybe you help the soil here a little bit. I've already amended and double digged this whole area with compost and new soil. So everything seems to be growing pretty well here. And yeah, that's it. Right here we got an organic purple beauty bell pepper. See right here, this is a new growth. I had a big old red one here the other day. I'll actually show it to you real quick. Put it out here because I'm gonna save the seeds. But yeah, man, I don't know what happened. There was a hole in it and I squeezed it and a bunch of ants started coming out. And yeah, I guess they made their home inside the pepper. I'm assuming because they're sweet. I've had them before when they're purple and they don't have much, I don't know how to say it. I mean, they do have flavor, you know, but it's nothing crazy. So I guess, you know, it's mild and good enough for the ants. So I'm trying to eliminate that problem. But I got this in early spring, planted it here directly, which I plan on saving the seeds and starting some new ones in pots for next year. See how that goes, because it didn't really produce much at first here. There's a lot of ants. And like I said, they destroyed the first pepper that I let get completely ripe. And yeah, I'm not trying to have that happen anymore. So maybe put one in a pot, but ideally keep it in the same spot, because now that it's starting to cool down a little bit, it's not over 100 degrees anymore. It's really started to produce. You can see up here, it's got a lot of flowers and it's got a lot of new peppers forming. One right there, got one right there, got a couple more, one right here. Yeah, it's got a lot of peppers now, a lot. We got another one growing right there. So the one right here, probably have the most established one right here. Got a little purple hue on it. I don't know if you can see the shadow a little bit, but it's looking pretty good. Probably gonna be picking that one pretty soon, so it doesn't get as chance for the ants to take it over. This is another peach tree right here. Sun's a little bright today. It's still here, late October, and we're still in the high 80s, low 90s. So good for the plants, you know, but bad for, I guess, wanting to enjoy the outdoors. This one was a byproduct of the birds also, and this one has produced fruit as well. Usually the birds get to it, it's already starting to drop its leaves. Little cold fronts here and there that have been coming and going, I guess kind of signaling time to change seasons, but still going. Come out over here, and we got our grapefruit tree. It's starting to get ripe. This is the second production of the year. We already picked off a bunch of these earlier in the year, so this is just the second batch that comes out. Not as much as the first, of course, but it's nice, you know, having year-round pretty much grapefruits. Got a small one forming right here, and then this is just an example to show you how big they get. This is pretty decent size here. Starting to get ripe. Yeah, there was some type of vine or something that was attacking the inside of the tree. I pulled most of it off, but you can see there's a lot of lost vegetation. But these trees are pretty hardy and prolific. Here's the end of it, you know, not a lot of vegetation here, but started growing some new out here, and as you can see, there's clusters of fruit. So still going strong. We got 3 right there, and underneath it, I was expecting there to be some peppers on here. Yeah, we got some right here. Some green ones. Let me come further back over here. Some orange ones right here. More chile piquin right here. These are a little bigger than the ones. A little bigger than the ones in the front. Plant's a lot smaller, growing here in the shade. So yeah, if you ever want to try growing the piquin, it's a good idea to place it somewhere nice and shady, but that still gets some sun. That's what I found they do the best in. The other one in the front's underneath the oak tree, and this one's underneath the grapefruit tree, so they both be doing pretty well. Here, I got a little compost pile. Started from basically just green, some weeds and stuff that I pulled, and a lot of leaves. You can see here, it's pretty good. This is just a small one. I wanted to start a little faster to make some compost tea and also some ground cover for the approaching winter. This is another little compost thing I got going on here too. It's breaking down pretty quick. And this right here is a large pile that I need to turn here pretty soon. But it's been breaking down pretty good. Starting hopefully by the winter it'll be ready and fertilize most of the plants around the house, not just the edible ones, you know, all my mom's ornamentals and all the perennials and whatnot. And here is that mulberry tree. I believe it's a Texas mulberry. If someone can confirm, I'm not 100% sure on the genus and things like that, but or not the genus, the species rather. But yeah, it's growing. It was just a little transplant from that same spot where the first peach tree was, where I showed you, and it's grown about 20 feet in 5 years, 6 years, after being directly pulled out of the ground and put in a new location. So it's pretty hardy. It looked like it was producing fruit this past year for the first time. I don't know what happened. Maybe the birds got to them, but I didn't really see any fully developed ones. Maybe next year. That's pretty much it for all the edible stuff I have here so far. I have some lettuce and a couple other things going for the cold season, so I'll keep an update on those. Just want to show honey mesquite real quick. This is edible too. The pods are edible. Doesn't have any on it at the moment, but yeah, you know, it uses for cooking too, firewood. But it's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna keep maybe every 2 weeks, every couple of weeks an update. Oh yeah, I forgot right here. Purple basil is going pretty good too. Made some cuttings of this to propagate for next season, as I'm not sure if it's gonna survive the winter. You know, I've read these are annuals technically, and it's already flowered already, so that kind of signals the end of its life cycle. But I'm gonna see how long I can keep it going and see if I can keep using it, because it has a pretty good taste and it's done pretty well out here. These are more snow peas, or Alaska peas rather, that I'm trying to get trellised up here. This one started, but see how long they go. It's time to get to watering, and yeah, until next time.